Jonathan Taze-size his game and get 100 points and still be like,
and be a better
that's
player.
That's what he could do. Yeah,
he could be a better player. But we were talking about this earlier. If McDavid gets 125 points this year, he might not win the Hart. He'll win the Hart Ross, but somebody else, they'll be like, that's a step back from last year.
He gets 125.
I'm telling you right now, if he gets $125 and somebody else gets 110, the guy who gets 110 is going to be in contention for it.
I agree.
Because I think the bar has been set so high. We talk about it all the time, the fatigue. LeBron could have won it, 9 years in a row?
They're not getting fatigue with this guy.
I understand that.
I'll bet you 10 grand each. 125 he wins.
I'll take the field.
Johnny, weigh in on that.
Field.
If he gets 125, somebody else gets 105, no, he's going to win because he's already acknowledged.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
But if he gets 125 and he gets 50 goals and 75 assists, and Nate McKinnon gets 52 goals and 70 assists at 122, I could see that happening.
Yes.
I could see that sort of, that LeBron James thing, like voters convincing themselves, well, give it to somebody else. That guy had an incredible year. McDavid wasn't as good as he's been before, so he's still the best. I could see voters trying to talk themselves into that, even though it's probably not accurate. But if it's tight, I could see them wanting to go somewhere else just because you start looking. I was doing some show, whatever, last week, and the number of Art Rosses he's won, the number of Harts he's won, like he's approaching. It's Gretz, it's Lemieux, it's like the all-time Art Ross numbers of anybody ever. So I could see the appetite to switch it up, which is maybe ridiculous, but it's out there for media when they do these things.
I wouldn't put it past the field. When in doubt, take the field. And I'm precisely
Hang on. So
at
as
that
of
spot.
today, you're taking the field
Over McDavid for the Hart. Yes.
This guy's had hot burning garbage coming out of his mouth all like from 401.
I'm taking the field. McDavid
What about
won it.
the Art Ross?
No, I'm not. That's not silly.
No, the Art Ross?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's going to win the Art
that'd be
Ross.
See,
Who won the Art Ross when
Matthews
Matthews won the MVP? Pretty sure it was McDavid.
It was.
This guy doesn't know what he's
does it
talking
matter?
about, Johnny.
Who
One
won
day
the
he says
MVP 2 years
McDavid.
ago?
This
Who won
guy,
it 2 years
one
ago?
day he says McDavid is the best player on earth by
That's
a
not-
country mile.
that's not what we're
and then the
talking
next
about.
day he says, I don't know if it's good enough.
That's not what we're
125
talking
points.
about. That's
The guy's insane.
No,
He's insane, Johnny.
There's no context to just 125. As Johnny just stated, if someone scores 55 and has 122, then guess what? 125 isn't like phenomenal to the point where you just say, oh, I can't accept 122. That's a 3-point difference. If he's at 125 and the second guy's at 94, then fine. But 125 in a scorer's era where a lot of guys had 100-plus points last year, a lot of guys had 50-plus goals, 125 will be looked at as a step back, and I'm talking about voting history.
Right.
Not about change. He doesn't lose his belt as the best player in the world with 125, but I don't think he'll win the Hart. I think someone else will get a story cooking, and someone else will pass him.
Right.
That's what I anticipate. He's not going to win the Hart every single year of his career. Not going to happen.
He's going to win a lot of them, I'll tell you that.
I'm not disputing that. He already has.
My whole comment was getting 125 and have an amazing season might be viewed as a step back based on his season
It is
last year.
statistically. It will be.
Statistically, but he
Like
might
daunting.
be a better player at 125 points. What Johnny's talking about, well-rounded, doing all the
All right.
details.
Get that narrative going.
That's my narrative.
There's
And
your
the
narrative.
other part of it, Hayes, Edmonton's going to be really good this year.
Yes.
That's the thing, right? So, if he's around the lead in scoring and his team's top 3 team in the league, which they might be, yeah, I like O's case. I'm with O on this one.